Chris, welcome back to the Diet Sauce Monday podcast.
Oh, thanks. Good to be back.
My first running podcast ever.
Cool.
So I'm super
I'm
excited for this. You're also already making me run too fast.
You must tell me what pace we must go.
I think we'll try and keep it conversational.
Okay.
I wanted to get your heart rate as well, but you said you don't have a heart rate strap. As an Adidas runner, how do you manage your heart rate?
I haven't actually really trained with heart rate data
Oh, really?
or at least for like the last, I think pretty much since I started running
That's interesting.
a little bit more seriously. Yeah, I think it's so dependent on your heart rate varies so much based on like, how much you slept the night before, how much coffee you've had.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole bunch of different things that can impact it. So prefer to just run based on feel. Obviously, like we'll look at paces and stuff if we're doing a session, but would rather judge things based off perceived effort versus, what my heart rate is at any point in time.
That's really interesting because I was going to ask you what metrics you watch later in the pod where we've dived straight into it, because I focus quite a lot on heart rate.
Okay.
And then I panic
Yeah.
when my heart rate's too high.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially on race day with these triathlons that I've been doing. The swim, I would get my heart rate up to 170
Yeah.
and then it won't drop for the rest of the race
Yeah.
because I'm nervous about it.
Yeah, for sure.
So maybe I should lay off the metrics
think-
a bit.
It's very person dependent. Like
Yeah.
if you find that the data helps you manage an effort more consistently, then rather train based with heart rate data.
For sure.
But if you are more inclined to just want to listen to your body, which works for some but doesn't necessarily work for
Yeah.
others, then there's no like right or wrong answer
Well,
basically.
I feel like for pros and like semi-pros like yourself, I spoke to Jamie Riddle, pro triathlete, had him on the pod. He also talks about feel because you get so used to your body with how much training that you're putting in.
Yeah, for sure.
So you kind of get to understand
Yeah,
how
exactly.
your body feels in these moments, where for us, probably not training enough to get that feel.
Yeah, I think it definitely does take some time. You wouldn't be able to,
Just
I wouldn't recommend just going like straight into it.
100%.
You do want to understand like what is actually happening physiologically. But once you get a pretty good gauge, then like
For sure.
for me, just running off of like the time or pace, it also just makes running a little bit more enjoyable, I think.
So
yeah.
we did jump into heart rate there. Tell me a little bit, how are you? How is Strove going?
Yeah, I'm good. Strove is good. It's keeping me busy.
It looks like it's starting to ramp up. New clients, more staff.
Yeah, so I mean we've hired and brought some new team members on board, so that's been cool. There's a whole bunch of new clients that have come on board. It feels like we've kind of been building the foundations for the last like 4.5 years, and now
Yeah.
everything is starting to sort of pay off, which is great. But it definitely has brought its own set of challenges. We're still a relatively small team, but
How many are you now?
there's 23 of us.
Okay, that's interesting because that was about the same when I spoke to you last. Maybe less. I remember you saying 30.
No, so I mean we've got like 23 full-time people,
Okay.
full-time team members, but then we do have like some people that we contract with from like an accounting perspective and like some operational stuff. So
Okay.
like all in, it's probably closer to, the number is kind of changing by the day, but
Yeah.
somewhere between like sort of 23 to 26. I think when we last chatted, I don't think it definitely wasn't 30. I
Okay,
might have
no,
got that wrong number
might
wrong.
have been my mistake.
But so we've got some new team members on board, and some new clients. So it's been good, but it's been busy though.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask you, and I think I asked you this before as well, about how you manage your time, being an Adidas runner and trying to get into the, semi-pro running space, but also being a solo founder in Strove.
I guess the short answer is I don't do it particularly well. So
It's always a learning
it's very
game,
much
I
a
think.
work in progress.
Yeah.
I think, I try and make, I guess the running part definitely sort of holds me accountable to make sure that I'm taking time away from work to go and train and race, because if I don't do that, then I just get absolutely destroyed by the guys in our training group. So
Yeah.
it always that kind of like forces me to get away from work, so that kind of helps with the balance piece.
100%.
And then, I mean, I cut out a lot of things in my life to try and make it manageable. So like,
Interesting. So let's dive into what you've cut out.
well, I don't touch alcohol. That's the first thing.
Okay. So how long has that been?
Probably like 3 years, maybe 2.5 years.
Wow. And how are you finding that good?
Yeah, nothing's really changed, to be honest.
Do you ever feel like you're missing out or
No, not really.
really? Okay.
Um,
Because that's a hard decision for a lot of people to make. But I feel like if you've got that goal or that target and that's getting in the way, it's slightly easier.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I mean, that's kind of helps a little bit, because then, you don't end up lying in bed until
Yeah, absolutely.
sort of like 11 o'clock on a Saturday or whatever. And then, yeah, I don't really go out too much. I kind of just try and live a pretty simple and chilled life.
Well, it's so nice to hear that, because I'm sort of in this transition myself where I'm definitely pulling back a lot on my social sort of being. I haven't quit drinking completely, because I still enjoy the odd beer and all that type of thing.
Yeah,
But definitely pull back. But like, it's hard to then see your friends in other situations.
no, for
You know,
sure.
unless they're coming for a run with you or
For sure.
coffee. So then I've struggled with that a little bit.
Yeah, I think it takes, or at least for me, it took like maybe 6 months or so for my friends to like, not accept, because that's the wrong word, but
Yeah.
like, when we would go out, and they would all be having beers, and I would just be like, I'll just not be participating.
But has it definitely come to the point where you're not getting pressured anymore? That's
No, there's absolutely no pressure.
Yeah,
at all.
they know Chris is not drinking.
Yeah, which is super cool. And they're actually like, all my mates are very supportive and like,
Yeah, they want you to achieve your goals and things.
yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
But there's that sort of transitionary phase where they've got to kind of get used to
Yeah.
you not wanting to like go out and party with them and all that kind of stuff. So it does
It's
take a little while.
difficult, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any like sort of professional goals or, big targets, but I'm really enjoying the space that I'm in. Meeting so many nice people, in the fitness industry, and
Yeah.
you start to then almost pick up new traumas because it's just where you are all
No,
the time.
for sure. 100%.
If I'm cycling in Richmond Park twice a week, I'm going to meet someone in Richmond Park
Yeah.
who's doing the same thing.
I think it's like one of the coolest ways to meet new people, because already you've got sort of a shared interest that you can connect on that level. Lots of my friends are guys that I've either run with or
Yeah.
have trained with from a triathlon perspective, or so.
It's a fun game. But tell me, so on the back of that, you've had two pretty incredible achievements this year already. 12th at London Marathon and tied first at Hackney Half.
Yeah,
Am I right in saying those are probably the top two of the year so far?
yeah. Though, I mean, those are actually the only two races I've done. To be
Oh, there you
honest.
go.
So
Tell me about London Marathon, because that was quite an incredible race with the heat playing such a factor. And I remember you saying it went from getting a time to just getting a position.
yeah, so I was hoping to try and run like around maybe 217.
What is that per kilometer?
I think it's like 314 Ks,
Crazy.
something like that, or 315, something like that.
That's faster than Quebec. Quebec is 100K, just out of interest.
So like that was the plan, and I think I'd gone through halfway and maybe like a tiny bit slower than that. I think I ran the first half in about, it was 68:30. No, so I was kind of like on pace pretty much
Right.
to run 217, and then
And were you in a pack for that first half?
I was, but it was a relatively small group.
Okay.
And then, and then I think like the heat at the back end of the race was pretty brutal.
But for you as a South African, you might have been slightly used to
Yeah, I would say definitely more than...
the rest, because you do train through winter into that race.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's also part of the reason why a lot of the guys that I trained with, particularly the guys from the UK,
Struggle.
who should have, finished like quite a decent chunk ahead of me, really struggled.
Yeah.
So it didn't go like quite according to plan, but
if you look at it from a holistic point of view, when you started your running career, did you ever think you could come 12th at the London Marathon? Or did you always have...
yeah, I mean, I wasn't really thinking in that kind of way, to be honest. I was more just like, I want to just go run because I enjoy being active, and everything that's like come from that has just been an added bonus. So,
Okay.
But yeah, it was the race itself is unbelievable. Like,
So I'm in next year.
are you?
For charity, yeah.
Oh, epic.
Yeah. So excited.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
Yo.
The crowds and the vibe is literally from start to finish. There's just tons of people everywhere, to the point where like there's certain sections actually definitely you cannot hear yourself think.
So does that sort of energy maybe use too much of your energy?
No. I definitely feed off of that.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. Yeah, you'll have a lot of fun. I think the mistake that a lot of people make is the first half is pretty, I think it's like a net downhill, so it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
And in the back half, particularly the last 10K, for some reason, there's a couple sort of like gradual hills,
Okay.
which,
Sort of like rolling hills.
yeah, and then, I mean, rolling hills by London standards,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
bear that in mind. But I mean, still at the back end of a marathon, your legs are feeding it. And then there's often like a little bit of a headwind on the way back. But then you're probably running, depending on where you are in the field, but you might be running by yourself.
Yeah.
So you got no one to pull you along. So yeah, like
It gets
those
hard.
last 10Ks are pretty dark, but it's such a cool experience.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I say. It just looks like it's, but also sometimes looks like it's too anarchy where you have to run through people. You didn't have that up front.
No, fortunately not.
I saw people vomiting.
Yeah. No,
It was wild.
No, it's a complete. I mean, there's people that are kind of falling apart from the front end of the race all the way through the field. I mean, I saw guys. There was one guy that was started in the elite field. I saw him. I don't remember how far into the race it was. Maybe like 25K.
Okay.
I mean, he was sitting on the side of the road under a space blanket,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
just like,
Not
not
enjoying
kind of
it.
there with it. So it kind of happens from the top down, pretty much.
Finishing the Hackney Half,
Yeah.
coming in together with Hugo Fry. Just explain that to us, because it's something we haven't seen before.
Yeah, so basically we had run together from from the first K.
Yeah.
So there was a group of about 4 or 5 of us for the first few Ks, and then Hugo and I split off. I wasn't feeling particularly good on the day, so admittedly he did pull me along for a big chunk of it. And I was thinking of like trying to push, but my legs just pretty much from the start just weren't really there. So
Do you think he expected you to like take the front a little bit from time to time?
I kind of said to him that I was just sort of hanging on because I wasn't, like I said, the fitness was there, but I just had a ton of residual fatigue
Yeah.
in my legs. So
The London Marathon was 3 weeks before.
yeah,
So that's a short time period.
yeah.
I mean, not really training in between. You're resting then tapering.
Yeah, so it took a week to pretty much, didn't really do much. I think I maybe ran sort of 50K that week after, and then
50K, yeah.
and then I did a little bit the week after that, and then a small taper. But yeah, so I kind of said to him I wasn't feeling great,
Yeah.
and then we got to about 19 or 20K, he kind of said to me, because I pulled up next to him and then we were running side by side. And then he kind of said to me, like, do you want to share the finish? And I was
So
like,
he came to you. So he might have been slightly worried that you were going to...
yeah, I think, but I mean, at the same time, I was also like, I can't really push too much more here. So we kind of agreed that we would then finish together, which I would have felt, I think it was kind of fair because, like I said, he did pull me along for a bit. So like, if the last little bit I then went and dropped to, I don't know, like it didn't really feel right.
Yeah.
So I thought...
No, of course, yeah, it would be harsh on him to do.
Yeah, not that to be honest, I don't know if I would have even really been able to do that because, But
it must have been an amazing feeling. Did they have like 2 finishing first place medals? How did you share that?
So, what did they do? I think... that was a big squad coming.
So these guys must all be like semi-pro with no jobs.
No,
How does it work? Or they
it's
all
still
have
relatively early most of the time. It's like...
they all have apps that they run by themselves. I want to know, how important are the shoes? Because Adidas have obviously gone crazy about it.
Yeah.
Do you use carbon plate on race day?
Yeah, for sure.
There's no doubt.
Yeah. No, they do make a huge difference.
But I find that my feet can get a little bit wobbly.
So, I mean, the thing is, they're not really built for stability.
Right.
They're there for, they're built for speed. So, they are going to have to compromise somewhere, and stability is maybe one part of that. But, I mean, at least for me personally, like, I don't have any issues with that part of the shoe, I think.
But it's interesting because, so if we're running slowly, then maybe is it the wrong shoe to be wearing? Because if you're running, more like this, instead of going on your toes and fast.
I think running form definitely impacts the performance that the shoe gives back.
Yeah.
So, because I don't understand the technology super well, but I mean, the carbon plates is like absorbing energy and then propelling you forward. So there are going to be certain running styles or speeds which are more optimal than others to get the most out of the shoe.
Something that grinds my gears. I'll be amateur runners coming and doing like an easy run.
Yeah.
And you see them wearing like the latest Adidas carbon plate shoe, and you're like, that shoe's only got 3 races in it, my guy. You shouldn't be running in it.
Yeah, look, I mean, in fairness, if it's making people feel good and it's helping them get out the door to go and run, then more power to them. So, but you don't really want to be doing too many miles in them because, I mean, your foot's like pretty distorted. If you were to like put your foot in the shoe and then cut the shoe in half, and have a look at the shape of your foot, it's a very unnatural position for your foot to be in.
Okay.
So
that's sort of my question. I feel like I'll get uncomfortable, and it would be a net negative for me.
Yeah, I mean, some people like them, some people don't.
Because I'm also 88 kgs putting pressure on that carbon plate.
Yeah. I mean, it's very person dependent. Like, if you feel you're going to get a performance boost, then go for it. But if you feel like it's going to hinder your performance or cause issues, then probably give it a miss.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, it is very person dependent. So.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to shoot some quick fire questions.
Cool.
And that maybe will be a nice way to bring the pod to an end.
Cool.
So let's go quickly. Favorite race you've done so far?
Favorite race?
Yeah.
Sure. I would say probably London is definitely up there.
It has to be.
I really enjoyed. I did a triathlon in Mooloolaba in Australia.
Okay.
This was a little while ago, but God, that little town or city is incredible.
Okay.
So that was super cool. And then I did it's kind of like a toss-up between these 3. So probably London, did the Mulula Bar race, and then I did a race called the Mozart. I think it's called like the Mozart 100 in Salzburg,
Okay.
which was like an ultra trail.
Wow.
That was, I mean, I was so cooked afterwards, but it was an incredible experience. Like, there were parts where I was in the mountain by myself for, you know, a couple hours at a time
Wow,
without.
yeah. Well, that's the
seeing a
beauty
single-
of trail running.
Yeah,
That's why
exactly.
they love it.
Exactly. So yeah, I'd say it's probably a toss-up between those two. If I had to choose one, I think just given that,
The spectacle.
yeah, I'd say probably London. I would say
Yeah.
just because of the vibe, but I'd say more the last few years have been like pretty cold and rainy.
Are these your boys?
No.
This
Jeez,
is a big squad.
It is a big squad.
Okay,
know what-
on that note, do you prefer running in a squad or on your own?
It depends. I would say if we are doing really hard stuff, I used to do all that by myself, but I really don't like doing it by myself anymore.
Okay.
So I'd say definitely in a group. And then for the easy stuff, it kind of just depends on if I feel like I need to just go and have some alone time.
Think about things.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you've had a fight with the missus.
Well, fortunately, that doesn't happen very often. So
Good,
it's
good.
more like I just need to decompress from work or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it kind of, but definitely the hard stuff is always in a group.
What's your go-to pre-race meal?
So usually it's very simple. It's like some sourdough bread and cashew nut butter
Okay.
with some honey. And then,
Do you stay away from the peanut butter?
yeah, so I'm actually allergic to peanuts.
Okay. We're learning.
Yeah, it's a quite an unfortunate thing to.
Do you find it's quite a struggle because there's so many things that are...
No, I mean, I don't know.
Fine.
It's not really an issue. It's more that, like, buying a tub of cashew butter is like 4 times the price.
But at least you're saving on the beers.
No, exactly, 100%. Hello, buddy.
There you go.
Yeah, so those are the 3 of the guys that I train with.
Okay, so what pace are they cruising at now? Looks like an easy run.
They're probably doing like maybe 320s.
220.
No,
320s,
320s. Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty simple. Like
Okay, yeah.
sourdough bread and some cashew butter, and then probably like a Morton 320 drink,
Yeah.
and then a few gels, and that's pretty much it.
Favorite race distance, half marathon or marathon? I said half marathon, could have said 10K or marathon. Short or long?
So I definitely prefer. I think I'm a bit better at the longer stuff.
Okay.
I haven't really ever trained for, like, properly for a 5K or anything like that, so I don't know what I can do on that front, but I think I do just kind of prefer the longer stuff anyway.
Yeah.
If it was a toss-up between a half and a full, I would say the half is probably more enjoyable physically.
Yeah. You're not
Because-
too much in the dark.
Well, no,
Oh.
I'd say you're probably more in the red zone,
Because you're pushing it.
but just the mental load of knowing you've got another 21K to go after doing
21.
a half already is,
Tough.
yeah, I mean, it's,
I'm going to be eating that up at the Ironman, as I say.
I say that the half is quite a cool distance because you can really push, and
Yeah.
if you blow up,
It's not
you're
far.
only really blowing up for probably like a K or 2,
Right.
versus if you blow up in a marathon, you've got a long way to the finish line usually. So I'd say like
Absolutely.
physically it's probably the half is nicer, but they're just never as much of a vibe
Yeah.
or as big of an event. So
Okay. Perfect. So we're going to try something for the pod, yeah? We are going to run Quebec's 3:36 pace. I want to know what it feels like. He ran 100 kilometers like this. Chris, you're going to lead it.
cool.
Okay, let's try.
Yeah, let's go.
Crazy. 100 kilometers, 3:36. Rebecca. Heart rate 172. Are we there?
No, it's a bit slow. Woo. The GPS in this section though is usually a little bit
It's
off.
tough under the trees. I got 3:45. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll drop some time. Yeah, nah.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a bit closer now.
Woo. How did he do that for 100K? Big ups to him. Chris, thank you so much.
Thank
man.
you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Appreciate it.
Woo.
Nice way to start the morning.
Yo, beautiful. Battersea Park. That wasn't really conversational pace, but I think we did a 4:52 average pace. Still holding conversation.
No, it's good. The fitness is obviously there.
Look at this fresh. Not even a drop of sweat. Still wearing a jacket. Woo. Good.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. That was cool.
No, it was great. Thanks.